All right, welcome back. Still going through my avatar box, going pretty close getting to the end. So the last series I'm going to be talking about, I'm probably going to split up into two parts. That is Crossed. Crossed, if you're not familiar with it, it is like Walking Dead on speed. It's Walking Dead meets 28 Days Later, just cranked up to 11. Basically, there's an infection going around. The people start to display infection by having a scab or rash-like cross go across their face, and they just have no I don't even say a moral compass. They just have whatever feels good they're going to do, whether it is, having their way with people, cutting off their limbs. I mean, it's almost like the Cenobites got a hold of them because everything is pleasurable to them. And there's some pretty disturbing covers, and inside there's some pretty disturbing things going on. This is kind of one of the iconic covers for it. Cannibalism's involved. Just I wouldn't even say BDSM. It's just pain for pain. But unlike zombies, these things are smart. They can wait you out. If they know you're there, they will not stop until they find you. And it's like 28 days later, just you can become infected from splatter, from a bite. And then there's been a couple of spin-offs. This one's called Psychopath. And there's a series, Crossed Badlands, which is the whole anthology of different stories. And in it, I do believe, if I remember right, there is a guy that's basically a psychopath, and he kidnaps a lady and keeps her. She ends up getting away at the cost of her hand, and this is kind of her story afterwards. Like I said, there's a lot of disturbing imagery, so if you're easily triggered by gore, this is probably not the series for you. And a lot of the covers do have wraparounds, so she's actually bench pressing two guys as barbells. And they're also just, indifferent to each other. They will just, hack pieces off of each other just for the fun of it. And then the next series was called Family Values. This one, again, if you read The Walking Dead, is kind of like the Herschel's farm. There's a group of survivors on a remote kind of farm. But there is a darker twist to it. The guy's keeping his daughters from going out and basically keeping them for himself. I need to get back in here and reread these. There's a lot of stuff I don't remember other than the shocking twists. That's just a real disturbing cover. She's just got her eyeballs and she's holding them up to her, almost like jewelry. This one, I'm not going to age restrict these and see what happens, but yeah, there's some pretty disturbing images. But nobody's safe in these stories. And Crossed 100 came out, where this is one of the more recent ones, It's been about 100 years. There's outposts around the country. They trade with one another. They think the crossed are gone, but again, it's kind of after, like Walking Dead, when they had their different groups of survivors. And then the crossed do turn back up. Turns out they've been hiding out in the woods. But they do have an interesting character in this. There's a leader of the crossed who was basically a psychopath serial killer, and he does not get infected. He's almost immune, but he also doesn't succumb to the madness. And throughout some of the stories, there are a couple people like that still retain their smarts, even though they're infected. But it almost goes the way of The Hills Have Eyes. There's a lot of inbreeding. But a lot of people would rather end themselves than be caught by the crossed. You can see there's kind of shades of Leatherface there. They're wearing a lot of skin armor. And then there's a couple of one-shots that came out, or just a quick one, Dead or Alive. I haven't seen any follow-ups to them. I believe that character is from the first series, the very first one that came out, so I can't remember if this is like a side story about that. But anyway, that's it for this section of Crossed. As always, let me know if you've read any of these and what you think. Thanks.